If your maytronics dolphin robot stops moving, even if the cable looks badly broken, check this video. If the cable is still working, in another video, I will show you how to reinforce breaking cables and make the cable last longer. Even if wires are sticking out, do not cut them. Reinforce the break without cutting the wire. Salt water can leak in and destroy your joins. Heat shrink tubing would look nicer, but it requires the cable to be cut. Testing the robot is best done with the motor unit out. We can see the cable works and is not broken. The impeller fan spins. The drive motor is not working. Use a thick metal lever to open the housing. It is always a bad sign if there is a lot of force needed. Suction pressure indicates moisture may have entered the housing. I will make a video showing why the upside down test is not ideal. If water is inside the housing, running it upside down can destroy the PCB. We finally get this open and see it looks perfect inside. The moisture absorbent bag is nice and dry. When we assess many broken S-series robots, we see a lot of seized drive motors. The drive motor shows no signs of corrosion. They seem to cause more problems than the impellers. Stay with this video and you will see why. We're going to open the back of the motor. I use pliers to bend the tabs back. The factory crimps the back to enclose it. Bending them back allows us to see the brushes. Once they are bent back, use a special tool. These tools can be found in the kitchen drawer. Carefully lift out the plastic holding the brushes. Once we remove the brushes, the carbon dust is visible. Now this is where you find out why these fail. The motor shaft is very hard to turn. So what's inside this section? How does this come apart? Should I use a 12-ton press? Oops. Probably not the right way to get that off. I use a 32mm socket to hold the plastic nut. Expand the outer ring to lift it out of the way. It does not fully lift off as I burr up the edge. Use some adjustable grips to turn the motor. I try to not show my face. I know you want to see the nut in this video. Here you see the 32mm plastic nut. Undo the 4 black screws. It's a good idea to mark the motor to help with reassembly. When the top comes off, you'll see gears. The gears fall out easily and your workshop floor will be very clean after you spend the next day sweeping the floor. The brass part has a seal inside it. Water leaking past the seal can get into the bearings. This section has 2 sets of bearings. This is supposed to spin freely. This massive amount of resistance stops the motor. So there is a split washer here. Flick the washer off with the tool from the kitchen. Always wear gloves to protect your hands. Back to the press. The press makes light work of the job because 12 tons is so heavy. This is one bearing out. This is the other bearing which is seized onto the shaft. After using considerable force, trying to turn that, the whole casing shattered. You could say it shat itself. We had to use a bearing separator tool and a 12-ton press to take the rest off. Measure the bearing and read the numbers. Find new bearings on Amazon or eBay. Install new bearings with the press. Look how smoothly this spins now. I used some grease and some machine oil. Make sure the gears spin. The carbon was cleaned out and the motor was reassembled. Here I test the original motor and a corroded one. The corroded one was quieter and used less current. I installed the corroded one instead. Lubricate all O-rings with silicone grease. Reassemble and bench test. Thanks for watching.